Hello, my name is Tobias, and today we're checking out Unchild by Unchild. I always like when a group debuts with a song named after the artist. I believe the single album is called We Are Unchild, but the title track is called Unchild. So, right, it's all sort of alluding towards this unchild, right? Maybe we're mature. I don't know anything about this group, which, if you're familiar with my channel, is a good thing because that means we get to do a little bit of homework. We get to really check them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it in its entirety first, read the lyrics, see which members sing what parts, and then we're going to rewatch it and see what we think. Sonically, I have no idea how this is going to sound like. And the fans of this group should really be proud of themselves because the reason I was able to find this is because the fans were so vocal about it. So thank you guys for obviously, showing support to a new group that deserves hopefully to be recognized. We'll be the judge of that, but let's check it out without further ado. Also, I did look it up. They're the ages of 17 to 20, which in K-pop is actually pretty late for the debut. So that's interesting, right? It's really that cusp of adolescence, right? Almost, you're an adult, but you're treated as a child, but also you're really still a child. So I'm wondering if that's going to have anything to do with it.
We are unchild.
Oh, the guitar. Oh, oh no, I can't.
Let's paint the town. 모였지. 도시 위로 graffiti. 이상한 세상이지.
I love the hair.
6 p.m.A. 너를 위한 R&B. All that top freaking vibe. 두려움이란 방지턱 무쇠뿐 넘어가. Who wants to come? We are like it, don't say no. We don't stop it, don't say no. Yeah. We are unchild. 단숨에 머리 위로 느낌표를 찍어봐. We are unchild. We don't wake up now, but 우리는 난 서두만 돼. Steam like girls, we go higher. 빛의 별천장을
I love the beat.
우둔한 줄 알았어도 여전해. On this world, digital. 끈끈질끈 웃겨야 세단 세고 달려도 돼. We're young, we never end. Do well. 망설임 없는 step. Hey dad, hey dad. Like
Hate that.
We are unchild.
I love the unconventional beat.
Number one.
We got a dance break. The guitar. Oh, yo, what? I'm assuming those are the colors for the members, maybe. Because I think there are 6 members and there were 6 frogs with different colors. Child experienced an out-of-body moment mid-sandwich. Echo from Unchild experienced an out-of-body. Okay, Echo. I am thoroughly, positively impressed by this, right? The drop in the chorus was meant to be like you think it's going to be empty, but then they start singing immediately after it drops and like weaves in this anti-drop-esque beat with like very rowdy kind of lyrics. And I didn't understand obviously all the lyrics, we'll read into it, but that mix was very surprising, like a positive surprise, right? I am not the biggest fan of anti-drop sometimes. I think it really is a hit or miss. What they were able to do, right, is create that anticipation, but then still build upon it, which might be also what the song is about, right? My assumption, right, is that especially with the visuals of them being in the classroom with the teacher, they are, maybe a little delinquent to society's standards, right? They're maybe standing out, maybe they're looked upon as irresponsible or not studious or just like non-conforming to what they want. And they're kind of embracing that, right? I love the hair colors. One, it's childlike, right? It's childlike colors. And these people are between 17 and 20. Like, you're still a young adolescence at that time. You're supposed to have green hair, orange hair. You're supposed to, have fun. That's what I got from this. That they were having fun. I loved the vocals. There was a dance break. When was the last time we got a dance break? Like a proper dance break with a guitar riff coming in. That was incredible. So in the first verse, Hiki goes, "Let's paint the town we gathered, graffiti over the city." Right? And what I like about graffiti is that you can look at it in two different ways, right? If you're from the society's perspective, graffiti is a burden. It's seen as, delinquents or people who are outcasts, I suppose is a word, does that thing. But graffiti is also colorful. It's a statement. It's art. And then Echo says, "What a strange world, 4:21, 6 p.m." Is it like, because they debuted on April 21st at 6 p.m., because I think 6 p.m. is 2 a.m. Pacific time, which is that time. So maybe they're saying, right, "What a strange world, 4:21, 6 p.m." is I think with the next lines that Yvonne is saying, right, "Our invite just for you, hop on this freaky vibe," right? They're almost saying, right, okay, we live in a very strange world, but it's going to be even stranger, once we start our world of UNCHILD, right? The artistic journey that they're gonna hop onto. And they're kind of inviting us, right, to hop on this. Freaky is, right, a synonym for outcast, people that don't fit in, people that don't want to conform. And they're telling us, join us. Join us in this journey, in this world that we're gonna do where we are not gonna fit in, right? And Jiwon is saying at the end, fear's just a speed bump. What? We just glide right over it, right? Very similar to Dash by NMIX, right? We're not going to slow down, right? If fear is coming up, well, we'll have some bumps there, but we'll just keep going. We'll just keep moving forward. In the pre-chorus, Yvonne is saying, "Who wants to come? We'll unlock it. Don't say no." Tina says, "We don't stop it. Don't say no." Yeah. And then in the chorus, Haeon says, "We are UNCHILD." Yvonne then says, in one breath, stamping an exclamation mark above our heads. Bang. Echo then says, "We are UNCHILD." Haeon then says, "We'll make another world. We always do my thing." So I like this a lot, right? In one breath, stamping an exclamation mark above our heads. Bang, right? So in one breath, immediately. No, right? It's the same thing that they were saying in the first verse, right? Like, they're gonna do it no hesitation. They're going to do it fast. They're going to do it boldly. They're going to do it directly. Stamping an exclamation mark above our heads, very loud, right? They're going to be loud. They're going to be bold. They're going to be in our faces. What are they going to be in our faces on, right? Is UNCHILD, right? Which is, to me, the thesis of the song and the group, right? That's their identity. They're UNCHILD. They're unconforming. And I like what Hyun is saying at the end, right? "We'll make another world. We always do my thing." There are two things here, right? We'll make another world, right? They're not trying to change the world that we live in. They're just saying that we want to create a world where people who, like us, don't fit into that world can feel comfortable, right? So they're not trying to push narratives to change the world. They want to create a community and a world where other people can find comfort. And we always do my thing, right? We UNCHILD, my, maybe it's Haeon in this case, but also the specific member, right? So to me, what I'm understanding of this, right, is that as a uniform group, UNCHILD is going to bring this fiesta, this flair to the music scene, but they're also going to bring unique individual things being things in plural, skills, personalities, components of their lives into the music. So there's that individual aspect and that unified group aspect that they're talking about, which I really like. So in verse 2, Jiun says, "See my girls, we go higher, the fluorescent starred ceiling, packed full and glowing. Even as I grew up, I'm still the same." I like it, right? My girls is a cheerleading anthem phrase, right? My girls is you're proud, you're confident in them, right? Like it's positive, right? We go higher, right? We're not just going forward, we're going up. So they might say, right, like in as a music career, they're only gonna go higher because they have each other. I like the fluorescent starred ceiling, packed full and glowing, because I immediately think of those stars, and like the image that I'm getting is, little girls who are the members laying, on their back in their bed, staring up at the stars, those fluorescent stars, and they're dreaming and imagining, right? If you've had that, if you did not watch those stars glow in the dark as a kid, you missed out, right? But that imagination, that boldness to imagine is what I am understanding June to be saying. And then she's saying, right, even as I grew up, I'm still the same, right? I don't think she's talking about, oh, I was childish or now I'm not, I'm still childish. I think she's saying, back then I had all these dreams written on these fluorescent stars, but I still have those dreams. I still have those ambitions. They're still within me, and I'm still going to be that same person with the ambition that I was as a kid. Heon then says, own this world, let's flip it. I like it, right? Own this world, take ownership, which kind of derivates away from what we were talking about in the chorus of creating our own world. But then she says, oh, actually, never mind, let's flip it. Let's not own it, let's change it up. Let's flip it 180. Laces tied tight on our sneakers. You don't have to count to 3 before you run. So maybe that's the same as in the chorus when they were talking about the one breath, right? Laces tied tight on our sneakers mean, right, you don't need a moment before you start running. Same thing with the next line, right? You don't have to count to 3 before you run. Like they're saying, just go for it. Be ready to take the risk. Don't wait for 1, 2, 3. Just go, right? And laces tied tight on our sneakers is we already am prepared to run should we have to run. In fact, even if we don't have to run, we're gonna be ready to run. And I love it, right? We're young, we never end. Young, to me, how I understand it as a not so young person anymore, is ambitious, optimistic about the world, capable of changing it, really just like youthfulness. And I think that those are the kind of synonyms or adjectives that they're prescribing to young. I don't think it's right, irresponsible, delinquent, gullible, naive. Like I think they're really trying to tie very positive and aspirational adjectives to young. So in the pre-chorus, everyone says, do well, a step without hesitation, right? Same concepts that we've been talking about. Eiko then says, ate that. Jiun then says, like, 2 times 4. Y'all, I am too old sometimes to understand the lingo, but I feel like Jiun is saying, like, 2 times 4, 8. Like, she ate. So they're not saying they're eating that, they're saying they ate that. They ate that, right? Am I? If I don't get that right, I'm gonna feel old. But that's like the interpretation I'm getting. The chorus is the same, so the bridge is now, yeah, D-Day, 3-star emojis. I'm gonna play Leave Hesitation Behind and Follow. Tina says, how does it feel? The thrill spreading from head to toe. Toss your worries away, right? Exactly. Fear is just a speed bump, as we made clear in the first verse. UNCHILD! Haeon then says, our dream log updating on top of the world. Click and tap freely. Hashtag new thing. Kiki then says, peep this. Wow, the new role I've taken on. Okay, so let's go through it from the beginning. Yeah, D-Day 3-star emojis. Eiko, what are we talking about? D-Day, right, is the day something launches. So maybe we're back to that April 21st date that we were talking about in the first. 3-star emojis. Is this, like, the only thing that I'm thinking about, and correct me if I'm, like, not even making sense, but you know when you have a calendar and, like, there's an event happening and you put a star or something about it, and maybe they're putting in 3-star emojis on, like, a digital calendar. Maybe that's, like, what the young people do. Like, they're essentially saying, okay, it's D-Day, and we have these 3-star emojis because it's a big milestone for us and we're really excited about it. Maybe, like, that's what they're talking about. I'm gonna play Leave Hesitation Behind and Follow, right? We already talked about that. How does it feel? The thrill spreading from head to toe. Toss your worries away, unchild. Maybe that's what unchild means in essence, right? Toss your worries away. Because when you're an adult, oh, you have a lot of worries. If you are a child and you think you have a lot to worry about, oh, I am sorry, kiddo. I am sorry. And I like that I'm gonna play, right? Because they're not gonna work. They're not gonna study, right? Like, they're gonna play. Play is fun. Play is not as serious. It's playful. It's youth, right? So I like the intentionality behind saying play. Our dream log updating on the top of the world. Click and tap freely. Hashtag new thing. A lot of digital social media things, right? A dream log updating on the top of the world. Like, dreams and aspirations, they're kind of updating as they're going through it. Not necessarily like it's going to be updating as they go through it. Peep this. Wow, the new role I've taken on. Why does she sound surprised? Is she even like shocked at the embodiment of unchild that they have been able to take on, like this confidence, this worry-less personality that they're enhancing? So I really like the lyrics. I don't know if I got it right, but I feel like I'm getting a good sense of what unchild stands for and what this song is about. And I'm excited now to look back at it, because what I remember from the video, right, is that there's a lot happening and they're just kind of playing along, smiling, having fun, being happy. So that to me is also just like a great indicator of how they're choosing to approach this probably very nerve-wracking D-Day, April 21st. And I like that they incorporated into their song, right? They debuted on April 21st at 6 p.m. Korean time. So I like that.
We are unchild.
And right, she's dancing, right? Everyone on the train, you know, super serious, living their day to day. She does not give an F. She is expressing herself. She's having fun. She's bobbing her hair. Like, it's fun for them. They're playing along. She kind of looks like a young Bae from NMIX in like the best way possible, because that's a compliment. I love the hair. And the guitar. I will say, I don't know about Korea, but do not eat food off the ground at the metro station, girl. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how unchild you are. You do not eat cake off of the ground. Okay? I get the symbolism. I get it. But literally, we do not eat food off the ground. Okay, girls? We do not care about the 5-second rule. If it's in your house, I'm fine. On the metro station, girl, no. No.
We are unchild.
Oh, child!
Let's paint the town. 모였지. 도시 위로 graffiti. 이상한 세상이지. 4:21 6 p.m.
Hey. Oh, I love her voice. She's kind of freaky.
We are unchild.
And that's what I'm saying, like, with this beat, you kind of was expecting it to be an anti-drop, but it's not. Like, they actually go. Hey. I will say, girl, what are you doing with those damn tomatoes? I mean, I get the point, right? Like, you're trying to cut tomatoes in a different way that, you know, maybe is the norm. But girl, we are wasting a whole goddamn many tomatoes. But maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna take it back, because she's technically not wasting the tomatoes, right? It's kind of like how why the fuck is there a person dancing with them in the back? I didn't even notice that. Right, 1 plus what? 1 plus 3 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Right? How we get there matters less than the outcome. I think that's the purpose. Is her shirt saying absolute idiot? Because if it is, I love it. Like that is exciting. Oh my god, I love her. I love their smiles, but her smile on the right, she's so damn cute.
We're young, we never end. Do well, do well. 망설임 없는 step. Hey dad. Like to take for We are unchild. 가슴에 머리 위로 느낌표를 찍어 baby. We are unchild. We'll make a love of 우리는 나서도 못해.
I love the rainbow colors. We're cool for the summer. It kind of sounds like that Demi Lovato song, and that's a compliment. We love Demi Lovato on this channel. Girls, we are frogs, apparently. Y'all, they deserve an applause. This was such a well-executed debut song. Like, I'm being genuine. I think this was a great concept and a great introduction to a new group. I think what I always feel is important when a song or when an artist or a group debuts is, right, how is this group going to continue in the future? And I think with UNCHILD, there's a very clear concept about different paths that they can take. And I don't think, right, they're saying, oh, we're going to be children forever. They're trying to embody these carefree, worry-less ambitions and components of what it is to be a child. And especially important as you grow older. And I like that. Don't know how they were put together. I don't know if they came from a survival show or how they come from, or like how they were formed, but I thought it was a great song. Hopefully I got it like semi-right when it came to the lyrics, but I'm excited. Are there other songs? Like, did it come with a, maybe a B track of some kind? Because I'd love to see them spinning a different angle of UNCHILD, right? Like maybe with like another side of it through the B track. I might check that out because this did what a debut song should do, right? It makes you intrigued, it makes you excited, and it makes you want to check out more from the group. So if we have to wait for that, that's totally fine. April 21st is not that long ago, but I'm excited to continue to check them out. I thought they did a great job as a debut song. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to recommend any songs, music, whatever you want in the chat, and I would be more than happy to check it out. But until then, I will see you. Bye.